Yep, that's recording.
That's recording. I'm a bit blind. I don't know.
That's all right.
All right.
I've just got glasses this year too.
Welcome back to GASBAGGING with Rob. We're in King's Cross, Sydney, Australia today, speaking to the amazing Indira Naidoo, Australian author, radio and television presenter, journalist and an ambassador to the Wayside Chapel. Join me as we get Indira's thoughts and ideas on how we can make an impact into ending homelessness in Australia. What do you think the government society can do to end homelessness? I mean, can they end homelessness?
Of course. It's only an issue of will. And if you are determined and you prioritise something, you will make it happen. I think we've seen that during COVID in those first few weeks when we went into lockdown. And the governments, the councils all around the country understood how dangerous it was for the health of homeless people on the streets and rough sleepers. Everyone was housed within a week. Everyone was off the streets right across the country. Now that was something government said that they couldn't do. There was no money to do it. We don't have the funding. We don't have the budget. I saw in 2 weeks the governments do something they said they couldn't do. So it proved to me that there is money when you have the will and the desire to do it. And we pull people off the streets, we saved them, we protected them, we looked after their health. So from now on, I'm not accepting that there is no money and no budget. It is not having the will to say that this is our priority. So it can be done. If homelessness is a problem in Australia, it's because you and I have not prioritised it. We haven't made it a priority in the governments and the leaders that we elect. So it's up to us as individuals to say this is our priority as well, because homelessness can happen to anyone. This is what we have seen over the last few years, particularly when I've been shooting the series. I've seen people who, and we're seeing this with COVID, you can think you're fine and you can have a house and a mortgage and 2 jobs, and within a week that can all be gone. So it can happen to anyone. We don't think that it only happens to some sorts of people and some people are protected from it. So that's why we need to create a society where if this happens to anyone, our community pulls together and supports people and makes sure that they are all housed. So it's up to us as individuals, how we prioritise, how we vote, and then we can make this go away. It doesn't have to be a problem. And the important thing is to remind people how simple this is to actually fix. Governments make it sound complex, but it's not complex. You know, we've got so many empty houses and apartments and hotels all around the country. And then we've got all these people who are homeless. It doesn't make sense. We can actually match all of this up. We've got the ability. And so I try to use every opportunity I have in my work to think, how can I use this to tell the story of someone who's homeless. Tell the story of someone who's pulled themselves out of homelessness. Tell the story about an organisation that's doing something to support homelessness or raising awareness. A good program that a state government or a council has introduced to stop homelessness as well. So I try to use as many of my broadcasting platforms to raise awareness, show people that this can be done, we can do it together, and it will only make us stronger and better and create a better community.
Oh, that is so beautiful. Thank you, Indira. That seriously is gold, gold, gold. Thank you so much. Bring me next week's interviews from these streets as I catch up with a few of my mates on the streets of King's Cross and chat with locals Peter, Kenny and Luke about homelessness in Australia.